Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy PJ, man. Fortunately, I'm here with my man, Luke Bars, man. One in the making. How you doing, man? It's a pleasure.
Likewise, bro. How you living?
I'm good, man. How you feeling right now?
Feeling great.
Chilling.
9 a.m. or 10 a.m.
10
Feeling
a.m.
good. You heard?
Yeah, you just said you got off a walk, too. How was that?
Feel me? Bro, it was amazing. I go for them every morning, you know. Like, the first thing I do when I wake up, just bump music, just meditate. It's kind of like a meditation. Just clear my head.
I feel you.
Get ready for the day.
What type of music you listen to when you walking?
It depends. I really like to listen to hard shit. I just... shit that gets me going in the morning. I do it in the morning. I do it at night.
Okay.
Like, no, boy, you can see me walking at Brockton at like 3 a.m. because it's hard for me to sleep.
Yeah.
And shit. So like, I need to do that, and then it helps me. It's kind of like a med. You feel me? It's like my sleeping med and shit.
Alright, so you like a walking vibe.
I love to walk, man. You feel me?
You're like a whole walking vibe, yo.
You feel me?
I feel you. So you grew up in Brockton, right?
Yeah.
August 2nd, 1998. The man was born.
Yes,
So
sir.
how was it like growing up in Brockton?
It was cool. A lot of culture, because like you grew up with Cape Verdeans, Haitians. There's all different ethnicities. It builds who you are, because like he said it like not too long ago in another interview. It's like he would go to school smelling like food, and like that's relatable. You know what I'm saying? And like there's just so many different just cultures, so it just plays on who you are. You know what I'm saying? And Brockton helps you grow thicker bones, because you know went to school with 4,000 kids. It just like kids back then, they were just like they really just pounce on you, just crack on you, make jokes and all that, and it just makes you tougher, and it helps you like just with socializing skills, because like you're just used to just big groups. So I feel like that's why music's a little easy for me, like performing and all that, because I'm used to like seeing all these people. Like when I went to college, it was such a culture shock, because I'm going to school with like 30 kids in a class, and they all look like me, and when I'm in college, it's like I'm the only black kid or whatever, and it's like 10 people, and I'm not able to relate to them. So like when I started leaving Brockton, it kind of messed me up psychologically a little, because I wasn't used to it.
Nah,
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, man. So funny enough, I read an article about you. Basically, the only reason why you got into music was your mom. She put you like on a punishment, like a things to do. Yeah, it was like a poem. She made you like little poems, and obviously over time you like used to freestyle like around the 5th or 4th grade with your friends. So, was that the reason why you got into music?
Yeah, it transferred to that. Like, it was poetry and short stories and all that, and I just led on to music. I think I wrote my first rap like in the 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember the track? What was the name?
No. Rockstar.
Rockstar.
It was influenced by like Jay-Z. That song is like, I can't wear skinny jeans because my nuts don't fit. I don't know why that just rung a bell with me as a kid. And like I heard that and I just wrote some I just jotted ideas down. But like it was always like hesitant. Really? It was always an on and off thing. Like I slowed down because I was like more into basketball at the time, and then I picked it back up in the 8th grade. Meek Mills was like a big influence on me. I used to like kind of steal his lines and stuff and act like they were mine, like show people. And then like I said, it was just on and off with basketball. And then high school, once I got cut, once I realized I'm not that good at ball no more. Like, there's kids better than me. I was like, I got to pick something else up. And I was just sitting in class, and one day, and it was just like, yo, just start rapping. It was like a voice. Just start rapping. Start, like, making music and all that. And then the rest is history. I bought a notebook that same day, and from there, I used to write just every day. Just go on YouTube, find beats, classic beats, type beats, all that, and just write all night type shit.
Word, man.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up. So you mentioned college before. You studied at Bay State College.
Yeah.
So you said it was a culture shock. Explain like how it was socially.
It was a really small school, about I want to say like 60 living on campus, probably like 200 like students in general, and I was on campus for the first year, and it was in the middle of Boston, like the Newberry area, and I'm from Brockton, an inner city.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's not as big. Like I said, people look like me. I go to Newberry Street, and everyone I'm just looking at, it's like a different skin color, whatever. And that messed with me a little, 'cause I just wasn't used to seeing that. And just being in Bay State and just being around those kids, and like some of the stories that like we would share, they just couldn't relate. Like I remember the orientation, I seen some girl's granddad pay for her tuition for the year in a check, and I'm like, yo, what? Like I never seen anything like that. So, and that just played out for the whole year, and it was just repeated, like just actions of that, just like culture shocks, and just not. I was uncomfortable over there and all that, but I made it work, because that's how like I started to get more involved with the Boston scene, because I would go to Bodega all the time, because the campus life was trash. We couldn't have parties or any of that.
Oh,
so
wow.
It forced us to like just be out and all that. And I was going to school with Ricky. Ricky only went there for the first semester, and then after he left, I was really more independent. I still had homies, like my man T Wayne and Mel, but I had to be more independent, so because I didn't really have anyone from my city with me anymore. So it just forced me to get more involved in the Boston scene. So like I feel like that it helped me. So I'm not even mad at it. You feel me? It was like a part of the journey.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So during college, I would say that's when you started pushing out music more.
Yeah.
T Wayne, you mentioned T Wayne before. Would you say like he was a big influence in you starting to push music?
On both of us, because T Wayne, I remember him because he's from Connecticut, and like I remember us introducing him to the Boston scene, and then just throughout the year, we're just all getting better at the craft.
Yeah.
And I remember just seeing just the evolution for him. Like he just went from a Connecticut producer to like Cousin Stiz, like knowing his name and them having a record, and he being a part of the Kyrie Irving movie. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. So that inspired me, because it just showed me like how fast things can happen. Because I remember the night, like everything started working out for him. Like he came to my room, it was like 3 a.m. and he was like, yo, look at my phone. So I just remember, like I remember that moment, and it just showed me like, yo, this is actually possible. Because music can look like a fantasy, you know what I'm saying? But like that moment showed me, okay, if you just keep working, things could like start working out for you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's what's up. I know everything moves fast. I
Yeah.
know for you it has.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you studied music business
Yeah.
in college. So what was stuff that you took from that class or that course, sorry?
Record contracts. I learned a lot about that. I learned a lot about like ASCAP, BMI. They taught us that stuff. Main thing was touring. They were really like heavy on that, because my professor, she was a tour manager, I think for Bob Dylan, and so we would just look at like tour contracts, and like when they do offers for like a show or a festival. So we would just study that, and we would study numbers. So like, it was fun and all that. We would just do projects, and it does apply. Like the stuff that I learned there does apply to like the stuff that I know now and all that. But like I know what to look for, what not to look for, what to cut back on. So like I said, I'm not even mad about college. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But it taught me. Like those 2 years I was at it, it taught me a lot. So I can't like dismiss that.
Nah, I hear you, man. It's
ignorance.
always an accomplishment, though. Sorry,
Yeah.
but it's always an accomplishment to pursue and to just experience that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fact.
But we're gonna retract. So, at Brockton High, after prom night, you performed at your high school. So how was that like, man?
It was amazing, because like at the time Brockton's music scene wasn't really a thing. And I was really one of the first few. I was making music and putting it out.
Yeah.
So, and it was just different, because it was like 1,000 kids just watching, man. I went to school with these kids, some kids I grew up with and all that. So it was just a shock. That was like just a moment. Jam 945 was there that night, that day. But yeah, bro, it was just smooth. Just 1,000 kids. I don't remember too much about that day, because it was just so fast. It was like a big blur and all that. But it was cool. Like I remember the principal, like she reached out to me. She knew who I was because she heard one of my songs. I guess a student played it for her.
Okay.
And she liked it. It was the song Dreams.
Yeah, that was your first like
my first song.
First song ever.
First song
okay,
ever.
Cool.
You feel me?
Damn. That's pretty good.
So she heard it, and it was inspirational, it was uplifting. And she was like, yo, do you want to perform this in front of the school? And I was like, let's get it. I'm a senior. I'm about to leave. I left at the time. I graduated like the week after. Yeah, and she just reached out, and she was like, let's do it. And then I guess Gemini 45 reached out to her as well. So it just all worked out. It was all God's plan, bro.
For real.
You feel me?
I feel you on that, man. So speaking of Dreams, you said that was your first song ever.
Ever.
So was that like your first time in the studio, or just like your first time?
First few times in the studio.
How was it being in the studio for the first time?
It was the first time was so weird because like you don't know what your voice sounds like. You hear it, but it sounds different. Like speaking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, bro.
But when you hear it on the mic, you're like, wow, I sound like that. And then it took me a while to like find how I wanted to sound and all that. But it was just so weird because I was like, damn, I didn't know I sound like that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand like breath control. No, I didn't realize that was really it was a thing. And I have asthma, so it'd be hard. Even now, it'd still be hard for me to like rap.
I have asthma too, so I can
try, bro.
Trust me, bro.
You feel me?
Trust me, bro.
But
I play football, bro. That was just annoying, bro.
So at first, I didn't even realize like that was like a chore itself. So I had to just get used to that. And my first time recording, it was fun. And I heard myself. And I just got addicted to it. And then it was just fun. You know what I'm saying? At first, I didn't really like it. I didn't like the music I was making because it was just so new to me and all that. And I didn't sound like the dudes I looked up to. So I was like, how come I don't sound like Kendrick right now? You feel me?
It's one of those things that you have expectations for yourself. Mm-hmm. And when you don't meet those expectations at first, it's kind of like, damn, it's a blur, it's a bummer. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
But over time, you know what I'm saying, you'll create your own sound, and we'll speak on that too. We'll get into that. But for Dreams, you shot a music video.
Yes, sir.
How was that like putting a music video together and then seeing a visual?
That was like one of the first few times that I seen an idea come into play. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like music, it's hard to explain. Like music, it's an idea, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's an idea, but it's like, it's easy to get that out. But when you make a visual, it's like, oh shit, this is something I thought about in my head, and now I see it. Like, now it's something that's like physical. You know what I'm saying? It's like a vision that came true. You know what I'm saying? That's how I could describe music videos. That was like the first time I seen something like that. Something I was thinking about consecutively, and it just came true and all that. Cause like I wrote Dreams like a year before I even recorded it. So when I wrote it, those images were in my head the whole time. And then so like a year and a couple months later, now it's real. So once again, it goes back to like saying like, yo, this music thing, it might not just be a fantasy. Like it really might be something that's like real and could really happen. Yeah. That was another moment that was like a struck a moment with me. I was like, okay, maybe music is something that can happen.
Word.
It's always cool seeing ideas. Like even now, I still get like in awe seeing ideas come out. Like Good Evil. That's crazy that it's out right now for me, because that's something I've just been envisioning for like such a long time. Word. So now that it's out, it's still like, it's like, wow, I really did this.
So with those songs on Good Evil, we're gonna get into Good Evil, but those songs on Good Evil, were they just sat in the vault for like the longest time?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay.
Like those were songs that like I had intentions of making the album, but only like a few songs were just like vault songs. Like Die With Pride, that's a song that I had no intention to ever coming out. That was a song that was just gonna be in the vault. That was just for me to hear. And then so I was coming to the end of making the album, and I was like, I still need one more. And I was just looking through it, and then I was like, okay, this fits. So I hit up a child, and I was like, yo, anyone have this beat? Can I use it? He said, yes, sir. I plugged it in, and I put it out. Like that song was just like whatever to me at first. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was a song I could do better in. And then for it to come out, and like everyone saying like, that's their favorite record, that's their favorite. That was like a shock to me. It didn't make sense. Because that's a song that almost didn't come out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even now, it still doesn't make sense. Like, why is that the one that connects with everybody?
Yeah.
I don't question it, but it's still like, it's like, wow, that shocked me, because that almost didn't come out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. So, like, going into a track, you know, you even said it right now, like, going into a track, you don't expect it to be a hot record. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rome wasn't built in a day sort of thing. But when you're in the studio and you plug in the song and you put out the song and it's engineered and whatever, do you, like, anticipate, oh, this song's going to be it, or this song's going to be it?
Try not to. That would probably taught me that, like, don't ever go in intentions with, like, yo, this is going to be the one that everyone connects with, because it really might be some other stuff. Like, I thought, like, I always knew Game Banger was going to strike a nerve. I knew Reflection was going to strike a nerve.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that what Pride was. And I knew people were going to like it, but I didn't know that was going to be the one. I feel like that was going to be
the banger,
the banger on the album. So it was just like, it taught me, it just kept showing me, like, have no expectations of anything. Just create it and just deliver it and, like, let the world dictate it. You know what I'm saying?
Word. So we're going to hop into, like, Van Buren.
What you think, nigga? Nigga talk like they rich, that's a lame nigga. Most these niggas don't like money, they like fame, nigga. That's your girl, why she all up in my face, nigga? VB, worldwide, every state, nigga.
So would you say, like, Giles introduced you to the boys, or did you just find them?
We found each other.
Okay.
Giles was like one of the first people that I knew in the group. Giles and Ricky, because me and Ricky same age group.
Yeah.
Well, me, Ricky, and E.T. St. Leo.
So you guys all grew up together in the same high school?
I knew Saint since like 6th grade.
Played basketball together, right?
Yeah. At the point, 6 or 7. It was in middle school. But I knew Saint since like middle school. Just seeing him around at the Y. I met Ricky in high school. Ricky and Felix, Lord Felix, they're brothers. So
word. I didn't even know that.
Lord Felix, really?
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Lord Felix, Ricky, and Meech, they all went to like the same elementary, so that was a thing. So it's just like we all went to the same high schools. Some of us went to high school at different times. Like Felix, Giles, Mo, Meech, they're a little older than us. Me, E.T., Ricky, Andrew. We're the younger generation, so we was in high school with one another, and we would go to like the sound lab with one another. It's kind of like the YMCA for the music back in the day.
That's awesome.
You feel me?
Yeah,
that birthed all of us. So yeah, we grew up. We went to high school, and we just would like just go to the sound lab with one another, and we just kept building, and like, I want to say I met everyone in Van Buren. 2016, because like I said, Giles was already someone I was working with, and he was like in the group already, so he just like introduced me to all of them, and then we just kept chilling. There was already a thing. I wasn't a part of the group at the time. Van Buren been around for like, I want to say 2014,
okay,
whatever, but I joined like 2018, 2019, me and Ricky. So yeah, it's always been a thing, and we just kept chilling, and then we just started making music with one another. We used to go to Latrell's studio all the time, and it was birthed from like those studio sessions, those hangout sessions, those late summer nights, just chilling at Shelby's crib or whatever, going to these cookouts, going to these Boston events.
Word.
You feel me?
So it was like more so of a brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Just big group of friends that just did a lot, and just as time went on, we started forming with one another and just became a group.
That's what's up.
It was natural. That's one thing I would say.
Word. How cool is it to see, like, I didn't even know I think his name is Musketeer as well on Instagram, or is this? I don't know if you know Musketeer.
I don't think so.
What's his name? He does like designs clothes and stuff.
It sounds familiar.
Well, he's also on the like the bio of Van Buren.
Are you talking about Mo?
Mo, yeah, Mo. That's what. Yeah. On Instagram, it's Musketeer. That's what.
Oh, Maserati.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Does he design clothes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My bad. So sorry for the confusion.
That's good.
So how cool is it to see like you know what I'm saying, you guys make music and then also that, you know what I mean? Like, and then you guys growing up together, yeah.
It's amazing. Mo, Shelby, they do the clothes. Felix does clothes.
Yeah, he does. He did one for Taco Fall and all that stuff. I seen that. Yeah.
He was really heavy on it back in the day. It's not that he's not. He's just music's more priority now. But yeah, it's dope seeing that, cause like me and Mo, we just be like, we bounce off ideas. Like sometimes when I'm not creating music, I'll talk to Mo about ideas and all that. He designed my merch and all that. So it's just good to see many different creatives, you know what I'm saying? We have photographers and all that.
Yeah.
Like Van Buren's not just rappers.
It's more than that.
You feel me? It's more than that. So it's dope to have all these different creatives, cause I just bounce off ideas and I just get to learn from them, and I get to see their creative process and like how they create. Like it's really interesting to see Mo and see how he moves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Mo taught me a lot just as a creative, because he's someone that he has to feel.
Yeah.
He has to feel something. Like Mo is just so sporadic. He would pack up his bags one day and just go to LA. And like it doesn't make sense to me, and then a few weeks or a few months later I see a shirt that he makes and I'm like, okay, I understand why you do that. And it just taught me a lot, because I just understand just him as a creator, but also him as a man and as a friend and all that. So it just helps me. And just being around all those guys, like sometimes when I'm like not feeling my greatest, I can just go bounce off like energy from Ricky or something, or from St. Leor, and it just picks me back up.
Yeah. So you guys would say, like, you know, obviously you guys are a brotherhood, but there's always different personalities for each one, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. We're all different. That's the funny part.
Yeah, it's a beauty, man. It's a beauty. So we're gonna hop into like two sides.
Is there?
So it was EP with Giles. How was that like making, I would say, one of your first projects?
Yeah, first project. It wasn't intended to be that. Two Sides was, I was in the middle of making Good Evil. It wasn't called Good Evil at the time, but I was in the middle of
What was it called?
I can't say that, right? You feel me? I was in the middle of making Good Evil, and then with my man Kieran's all over Good Evil. But before Kieran would get to the stew, I would just warm up, like get some jump shots in. So I'd go on YouTube and just find just like little beats to rap to it. And then that's what I would do. Like Collard Greens was the first one I started with.
Collard Greens beat?
No, yeah, the song. No, not by Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
Collard Greens on Two Sides.
Okay.
But so Collard Greens was like the first song I made from that, and it was just like a little exercise I would do before, like I would get into my session just to fresh me up and all that. And then those were just demos or whatever. And then I played them one day, and then Giles was like, "Oh, let me jump on that." I'm like, "Cool." Gave it to him. I fucked with his verse, and then one turns into two turns into like four, and then we're just like, "Yo, we should do a tape. Like we should put out a little EP then." I'm like, "Alright, fuck it." We had that ready in like November, but we was like, we kind of fell out of love with it. I don't want to say out of love, but we was just both working on our own project because we knew that wasn't serious. I don't want to say serious, that's not the right word, but we had something else in mind that we was really working.
You guys had bigger expectations.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just after the Dreamville session, I came back home and I was like, I gotta put out music. So we just threw that out. And I was like, that was the first project to really initiate the failure. Because I remember I dropped that, and then Felix dropped his project, In Bloom. And then Beats dropped his, and then Giles dropped his, and we just kept going. So that was like the first like push to like what we was on.
Awesome. You mentioned Dreamville. So how was it working on the album and just seeing like how J. Cole moves and all them boys move?
It was smooth just to be around it. Cause at first I was a rookie. I'm still a rookie to this music stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Just being around these guys, just seeing how they move, it made me realize like, yo, these guys, they create music just like me. You know what I'm saying? So that gave me so much confidence. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really, a lot of times you don't really see in studios like sessions or any of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't really see any of that. So you don't really have nothing to gauge you. Like in basketball, you could like go online and you could see Michael Jordan workouts, but you can't go and look at, it's really hard to find like Jay-Z reps, like Jay-Z in the booth recording and all that.
Yeah.
So I was firsthand seeing that, and I just noticed how they move. I was really studying when I was over there. I wasn't even focused on like trying to make the album or any of that.
Yeah, you just learned.
I was just trying to learn from these dudes and see how they move, and it made me realize, oh, they move exactly like me. So it just gave me more confidence when I came back home, and I still apply those lessons I learned like till today and all that. So it helped me a lot being at Dreamville, just seeing all that. Like you just go down the hall and you see a legend. I seen Akon just randomly in the kitchen, bro, in the kitchen, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, bro, I seen T.I. T.I. was like the first dude to really shock me. Cause at first, like, you know what I'm saying, you see all these dudes, it's like, all right, cool, it's whatever. I seen Cole, it's whatever. Cole doesn't try to act like a celebrity.
Yeah, you see it online. Yeah.
Like Cole's just like, what's up, bro? What's your name? So I seen all that. But T.I. was like the first dude that was like, whoa, like this is a star. Cause T.I.'s like one of the first rappers I listened to as a kid. So seeing him in the hallway, and he's like, what's up, bro? And I'm just like, what the fuck? That shit just triggered me. So it was dope seeing all that. You know what I'm saying? And being around all that energy. And like it still has an effect on me today. Still learning from it. There's still stuff from the album that's still coming out. It's dope. I'm happy to be a part of that. That's probably one of the biggest things of hip hop, like a hip hop session, like since like the Kanye sessions with what's the album?
My Dark Twisted
Yeah, My
Fantasy.
Dark.
Yeah, when what was he like all the way in Hawaii or something like that?
Yeah. So that's one of the biggest hip hop sessions, and to be a part of that, and it was Grammy nominated the next year. So once again, it keeps like that fact of like this music stuff is real. It's not a fantasy. Like it's a dream, but it's something you can really live. So that was another moment. It was just like, okay, it's not. You could do this. It was just a confidence boost.
Cool. And it's always good to see like people recognizing you and seeing that. And T.I. plays a huge role in the music industry. Like,
absolutely.
It's crazy. You got people like Travis Scott, like names.
Respecting.
Yeah. So it's just ridiculous. But so we're gonna hop into like you performing. So you performed at a lot of places. You performed at Sonia. You performed under Cousin Stage. Do you remember your first time ever performing on stage?
Yeah. It was before I even put out music.
Okay.
It was like at an open mic.
How was that like?
It was amazing. I performed Dreams. Dreams wasn't recorded in the studio. It was just word.
Yeah.
I just seen people's reaction, and I just remember the crowd. They were just engaged, and they would just rock with me, and that gave me a lot of confidence as well, just to even like really go after as well. Like, let me take this serious. Let me find out studio sessions. Let me save up money to pay for whatever and all that. So that introduced me to like the music world, to the Brockton scene. And all that, and from there it just kept growing. I would do shows like once a month. I'd do like almost every open mic.
Awesome.
Like in Brockton, I'll go to Boston. Like anything I can get anywhere I can get transportation, whether it was a car or I'll take the bus, rain, snow, it didn't matter. I just wanted to just to get my voice out there, and it's still like that till today. Like, it don't matter. Like I'll walk to the studio in like a blizzard or whatever. I gotta get these ideas out. Whatever. So that was like one of the first few moments for me, and it just helped me grow, just traveling throughout the city, throughout the state. You know what I'm saying? People just knowing who you are and all that.
Yeah, and like I said before, it's always cool to see that. You know, just being able to like go to them open mics and stuff. Was it a little nerve-wracking at first? Of course. Or no?
When you think about it, like before the event and like you start, am I gonna remember my lyrics, whatever, those little thoughts, that's when it gets a little nerve-wracking, whatever. But the minute the mic's in my hand and the beat drops, like I'm not even worried about nerves. I'm just trying to just get this energy out, and also I'm trying to relive that moment when I first wrote the record. I'm trying to just relive those thoughts. Even now, I still think that, like, when I perform, I think about the day I wrote the song and like what I was feeling, and those emotions I was feeling, and I just tap into that and stuff.
Word, man. with your music alone, man, you can definitely see your growth as a listener.
Yeah.
Like listening to Dreams and stuff, and this the growth over time. Like you developed a certain style. You know what I mean? Even to listening to your latest project or latest track, Lil Brassy Freestyle.
Yeah.
So, why did you change up the style? If you know what I mean? Like you kind of was like more relaxed in Dreams. It was kind of like more so just like that lyrical feel, but now it's like like so. What made you be like, yo, I need to innovate my music a little bit?
Just growing as a man, to be honest. Like my music has to just rapping in front of the camera. It just wasn't filling me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do more. I gotta achieve more. I wanna grow. Like I look up to like all the big dogs, like the Michael Jacksons, the Eminems and all that. And these dudes were just constantly elevated. Like Erykah Badu, she said a tweet the other day.
She's a goat.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She was like, my best work still hasn't come out yet. It's still in me. And that, when I seen that, it just hit me. Cause it's like, yo, she's like in her 40s or whatever, 20 years in the game, and she still feels like she can keep elevating and keep growing. So what makes me think that I found a style and I gotta stop. I gotta keep going. Cause I'm just growing as a person. You know what I'm saying? When I put out Dreams, I was 17. I'm 22 now. I'm not the same Luke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got dreads now. I got facial hair. You know what I'm saying? I've seen more. I went through more. So I gotta talk about that in the music and stuff. I have to constantly keep elevating.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone has to. You can't stay stagnant. Man.
Word. I'm happy with that response, man, for real. So, obviously people have like their certain style of music and stuff, but how would you explain your style, and how important is it to be a versatile artist, especially in the music industry?
My style, when you hear me, I just want you to envision a crazy man. Like, just a man that's just insane, that he's nuts. That's like the main thing I want you to pick up when you hear my music, or just see my art in general. But what was the second half?
Oh yeah, so being versatile as an artist. How important is it?
It's very important. It really depends on what you're trying to like portray with your art and how far you're trying to go. And I know for me, all the avenues I'm trying to hit, I can't just do one certain thing, because that certain thing just might work for this select group. I'm trying to touch this group, that group. So I gotta just expand my wings. But at the same time, I gotta still be Luke.
Yeah.
I can't switch who I am to appease to all these people.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's something that a lot of people, in my opinion, kind of get confused. They they're very versatile, but they just like, I wouldn't say they're being themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing. Just being you, but just being open-minded and all that. You know what I'm saying? Not being stagnant, but you still have to remain yourself, because it's easy to get lost when you're trying to do so much.
Yeah. That definitely makes a lot of sense. What was I gonna say? So, so we mentioned that. Shit, I lost my train of thought. So we touched on versatility, right? All right, my bad. So the Boston music scene has a lot of artists, including you guys at Van Buren. So how is it like seeing that and just realizing, damn, we're not really getting as much attention as we should?
Right now,
yeah.
I try not to think about that. Like I know, we all feel, we have these conversations all the time. We feel we should be getting fucking national attention. Like I think Good Evil should be Grammy nominated at the end of the year. It might not be. I try not to like let that
look into politics.
Yeah, I try not to let that just bother me. Just head down, keep working. Like they don't know me now, they'll know my name later. So I try not to like just get caught up. I used to get caught up and then like, yo, I should be getting this attention, blah blah blah. But me and Ricky, we had a conversation, like a couple months ago, and like the whole point of this music, like that conversation really changed my perspective of just life in general.
Yeah.
And like the whole point of music Like, yeah, like it's about numbers and all that, but the most important thing that people tend to forget is about impact. And like, I want to change the culture more than I want a Grammy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna remember who won the 2005 best rap album.
I know I don't.
You feel me? Like, you're not gonna remember that, but you're gonna remember that, yo, Yeezys. I remember, yo, those came out, and bro, they cost like $300, but people were selling them for $800. The resale, you just remember the impact of what that did to the culture, and that's what I'm striving for. I used to strive for like, yo, I want a platinum album. I still want that. Don't get it twisted. I want to be recognized for having the best album of the year, being the best artist in the game. I want that, of course, but I want culture. I want culture more than that. You feel me?
I hear you.
That makes sense.
So as an artist, how important do you think it is to, be not more so of a musician, but just like be more so of just an overall pop culture, public figure? How important is it?
It's important. Like, this year taught me that, because during like the protests a couple months ago, at first I didn't really want to speak too much, because I just feel like it wasn't my place. No, I don't want to say not my place, but I just feel like I didn't have enough just knowledge or whatever to speak on these certain situations. I wanted to keep learning, and then I remember just having a conversation, like VP, we had a conversation, and it just struck me. It's like, all right, so you're growing into a figure that people are starting to look up to or whatever, and people want to hear what you got to say. If you got a platform, use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you about that. Like, how do you feel like when people say that, like, oh, because you're a celebrity, because you're this, you know what I'm saying, you have to speak up. How do you feel about that?
It's tricky. Like, I genuinely believe you should, especially if you have a lot of people just looking up to you and valuing your words and all that. But sometimes, like, I understand why someone wouldn't want to do that. It's like sometimes people just want to do their craft. Like Michael Jordan, he said, yo, I'm just a basketball player.
Yeah.
So, and you want me to speak about politics. And I understand that. Like, I'm never going to speak about politics. That's just not me. But I'm going to speak up against injustice, because it's not about political, it's just about human rights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people shouldn't be getting killed by people that should be protecting us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just common sense.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna speak on the president, because that's just not my place.
Yeah,
you feel me? So I understand both sides, but I feel like once like human rights are involved and injustice is involved, then you should speak up, because it's not about, yo, I'm just a basketball player, I'm just a rapper. It's about, I'm a human being, and as a human being, you gotta speak up on human being things.
No, exactly.
You feel me?
And just recognizing the fact that there's ignorance involved, like, forget the politics, it's ignorance being used. You know what I mean? So you really have to, like, call out the ignorance for what it is, man. So it's always important to speak up. And like you mentioned the president before, there's just a lot of things that, you know what I'm saying, go into politics, but it's just more than that, you know?
Facts.
But we're gonna talk about your recent project, Good Evil. It was Alex right there?
These are
Sukos, okay. The IG ads, Alex.
I've been seeing them. I almost fell into it.
Alright, we're good.
Yeah, good.
All right, cool. Let me put this down. I'm sick and tired of this damn notebook already. I'm trying to get more personal on this shit. All right, 41 minutes. Damn.
I'm mad, bro.
What?
I wanted a 10. Like, bro, Apple's so nasty. I was like, yo, let me just get a 10. They say, yo, we don't got that. We only got expensive phones.
So yeah, let's get into the Good Evil project, man. You said in an interview that Terrace Martin had some inspiration. Now, Terrace Martin, for those who don't know, worked on Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. Yeah. He also, the only reason why you met him was that he was at like a Harvard seminar. Mm-hmm. So how was that like meeting him?
It was amazing. Terrace, he inspired me a lot. Just having conversations with him, cause he's really animated, and he's gonna say whatever's on his mind. He's just a LA dude.
Word.
But it was just a quick convo in passing, and I was just asking him about like just the To Pimp sessions and all that, and he was just talking about his what's the word? I got a brain fart.
Bro, it'd be like
you feel me? Like his career and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was dope because he has a lot of knowledge and like he has like the same kind of mindset that I have.
Yeah.
Like just keep the ego far away from the music, because that's gonna destroy it. Keep God in the music, and just with that ideology, and it just helped me because like I was fresh into Good Evil at the time, and it just gave me like a boost because it showed me like, alright, the music is not about I'm the best, da 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 da, or trying to talk down on anybody. Like I gotta express how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? And just keep striving to reach different levels in this music and finding different things to talk about, and finding different things within you to talk about. You feel me?
Yeah.
But Terrence, he was very inspirational for me. Hopefully, I would love to make music with him. But the conversation I had, it did a lot. It's still doing a lot for me. You know what I mean? Because that's a lesson I still apply to today, and I feel like everyone could apply. Because I was watching the Quincy documentary.
Yeah.
And it was just like they were just talking on the same things, and he's heavily around like a bunch of those jazz legends, like the Herbie Hancocks and all them.
Word.
So he sees like this is the foundation of music.
Yeah.
And he's around these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have that insight and all that.
Exactly. And you said during that interview too that you kept it blunt with you. You kept it
blunt,
A1
bro.
with you, and that's something that you like really took from it and you really appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking on that, how did he influence you making this project? Was it through the To Pimp a Butterfly?
It was through those conversations.
Okay.
Like, of course, To Pimp and like all the work he's done like influenced me because he just has a different air. Like he's just amazing.
Yeah.
I was listening to something that he did on Mac Miller's album not too long ago, and I'm just like, yo, this dude's different. Like he's different. Like me, Ricky, my boy Kieran, we have conversations about like his air and like his skills,
Persona,
and
all that.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. But he's just amazing. Just an amazing artist, amazing human, and all that.
Word, man.
Mm-hmm.
So to hop onto the Good Evil track, you said you had some in the vault. But how was that like putting out that album, the process of making that album and everything?
Yeah. The process was amazing. Oh, that's a golf course.
They be yelling in golf though?
That'd be nasty.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like when you think of golf, like it's not like crazy. Like
Right, you think it's just mad classy.
Not exactly, bro.
But you said how was it making Good Evil?
Yeah, how like the process of making Good Evil? Yeah.
It was smooth. It took a while at first, because at first I was just still like figuring out who I was as an artist,
Yeah.
as a man, and all that, how I wanted to attack it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really hesitant at first to put my family on the cover and talk about like our struggles as a whole, like in the music. I didn't know how they would react. I didn't want to just put them out to the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you also wanted to speak your truth.
I had to speak my truth. You know what I'm saying? So it helped a lot. You know what I'm saying? It helped me with like personal things and all that. But just making Good Evil, it was dope. You know what I mean? It took a lot. It was like the first time I really experienced what it's like to really make like a body of work, and really what it feels like to really be passionate about something. Because there be days where it's like, yo, I'm scared. I don't like this. Yo, I don't know how people are going to react. And it was just a constant, just like warfare.
Yeah, just second guessing yourself.
All that, like every day. Like for that time frame I started making it in 2018. So from 2018 till legit the week before I dropped it, it was just psychological warfare every day, bro. But to finally see it out and to finally see how people reacted to it, it killed a lot of nerves that I had.
Good.
Because a lot of times second guessing and all that, it's not even like your own thoughts. Like I don't want to say thoughts, but sometimes it's like it's fears, but it's like fears that's like they're not even true. It's like things that we're just making up inside our heads and stuff. So a lot of things that I was saying to myself, I'm like, yo, I don't know if people are gonna like that, but that was just things I was making up, and I had to kill those thoughts and all that. So making Good Evil, it helped me. Like it's still helping me. like just as a creative.
Good.
And all that.
Word. And it's crazy for me to even hear that, like to know that a guy is such talent, you know what I'm saying, just off the dome, seems like, you know what I'm saying, just goes off the dome, and to second guess himself, it's crazy,
it's human,
you know,
bro.
but exactly
it's
just being human, you know what I mean. Everybody second guess themselves with anything they do. I know off camera when I'm like, yo, should I ask this question, would this question be a valid question, it happens, you know what I mean. But it's the beauty of it. And Good Evil's an amazing project, man. You know what I'm saying, I be vibing to that. I know my boys be vibing to it too.
Appreciate
so
that
was an awesome project on your behalf, man. But you know what I'm saying, getting into the recognition, all that stuff, it's been dope, and to see you grow, of course, as a listener, it's been awesome too.
Thank you.
How has it been, you know, off music, working with like brands such as like you've been working with a couple brands, man. So how has that been? Basange, I was gonna mention that.
Yeah. Basang, Saucony.
Saucony?
Oh yeah, Saucony.
Oh wow! Yeah. You know that's crazy. So you worked on a pair of sneakers with them, or was it like
did a little modeling gig?
Okay. How was that like?
It was smooth. It was cold. That's how I did.
How's it like the design process of making sneakers?
I wasn't a part of that.
Okay.
You feel me? But the dope part about it, the shoes, they were orange, and like orange was like the color for Good Evil and stuff. So, and that was around the time Good Evil came out. So it was like, oh, I want to say these are my pair. This is my Good Evil pair.
Bro, I'm trying to get like that, bro. I'm trying to get like that.
But it's dope. Like, I like tapping into that world. Like I said, Mo helped me, like, fall into that lane a little more, because like he's heavily in fashion, and we would talk.
Yeah, he got some drip, dude.
You feel me? Mo's
he
fine.
got some drip. Yeah, shout out
Mo.
Mo. He got some drip.
So you know what I mean? He helped me tap into that lane, and like I really enjoy like tapping into that fashion world, and all. Like I really want to do like a New York Fashion Week one day.
Heard.
You feel me? Like I'd like to do a runway. Like I want to do more campaigns like for bigger brands. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Calvin Klein or something. But I like tapping into that world. It's fun because like I get to tap in. It's like I get to combine the music in both worlds at the same time.
Would you feel like with streetwear and music, like they all combine together to make something powerful in pop culture?
Absolutely. Like Kanye's like a big example of that. ASAP and all them
boys, I know.
You feel me?
They all designered up.
You feel me? But I really love tapping into the fashion world. I don't ever see myself. Actually, let me not say that.
But I mean, bro, whatever.
Nah, I don't even want to put that out to the world. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, bro.
But yeah, I like tapping into that world. And stuff. It's fun. It's different.
Yeah.
It's fun to get out music and like being around those type of creators, because essentially we're different. Like I notice in like fashion, they're really more, I don't know the word, but they're just more, they're kind of a little more sassy in fashion.
They want to get things done.
Yeah, they're more sassy. And like in music, it's kind of a little more laid back. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can see more people that's more relaxed and all that.
Because everything comes out, like when it comes to music, everything is come out at a certain time. I feel like when it comes to fashion and streetwear, everything needs to be rushed, needs to come out at this day.
Fashion is really expensive, so it makes sense. So it's like, yo, you just ruined my $5,000 pants I just bought. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just like I understand why that avenue is a little different compared to music and all that.
Word, man. Shout out to you, man. You know how to market yourself, you know?
I got to, bro. You got to know.
How important is it to market yourself as an artist?
Very. Because it's just like, it's just how you want the world to look at you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I view it. Like, yo, I made the music. Okay, now, before you listen to the music, I want you to have, like, something in mind of what it's probably going to sound like. Or when you see Luke, what is Luke? How does Luke what is he portraying when you first see him?
What is his values and stuff?
Yeah, and all that. So marketing helps me like tap into that bag, and it's just different because it's like it's fun. Cause like how can I say it? It's a different way to push yourself and all that. You feel me? I can't really explain it too much. It's something that's like just really natural to me.
Right.
Like if I have an idea, I just jump on it, and like people just they're attracted to it or whatever. But like that's something I try not to think too much on.
I feel you, man.
You feel me?
Would you love to tap into the entertainment business?
Absolutely.
Word.
Absolutely.
So like movies.
Absolutely.
Word.
Like Pog's one of my favorite artists. I was watching Moesha the other day.
Okay. Yeah, the show on Netflix.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I just love that, like artists / actors.
Yeah.
And all that. Because they were just involved in every extreme.
Ray J, I don't know if anybody, like Ray J, young Ray J was in there.
He was in there.
Yeah.
And like
his sister.
They were just all tapped in to like different avenues, like fashion, movies, and all that. And that's the art culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that's what I'm trying to be. I'm just trying to be an artist. You know what I mean? Tap into all those streams and all that. Because all those streams affected me. You know what I'm saying? Music probably might be the most, something I love the most, and it probably affects me the most. But film, like I love film. I love fashion. I love art. Like photography. I love all that. So
yeah.
Tap in. It's all those.
Pop culture is a beautiful thing, man. I'm telling you. But, you know, obviously you have time to grow as an artist. You know, there's a lot of things that you've accomplished already.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things that you look forward to accomplishing over time throughout your music career? It may not be through music, but something off music that you want to get done, that you want to achieve.
I wanna get involved in directing. Yeah.
Directing music videos or like
movies and all that.
Awesome, bro.
TV shows. I got
what's some influencers or like some inspirations why you want to direct music direct movies, yeah.
I don't know, the ideas that I have. Like I read a lot.
What's some good books? I know I'm asking too many questions, but what's some good books you got?
This is a basic book, but my favorite book is like The Alchemist. Like I read it like 3 times. You feel me? People are like, you're basic as fuck for that. But it's just like,
bro, The Alchemist is hard to understand.
It's amazing. That's the thing. People read The Alchemist, but they don't know what it means.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It's really hard to understand.
You feel
but
me?
yeah, why did you get into like directing? Why do you want to get into directing movies?
I just have ideas, and like the way I view life, bro. A lot of people don't see it through my lens. You know what I'm saying? And it's something I can't verbally say a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I just be having so many ideas that like I can't even get them out verbally.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I don't know.
You're on some Spike Lee stuff.
You feel me?
Man.
I can like say something. I can say one thing, and it just leads on to my brain's just so sporadic. And I feel like movies is like the best way for me to get those ideas out.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I feel like even in music, like I can't get all the ideas that I had in me out. But I feel like in movies you could, because it's like it's music, it's fashion, it's set design, it's storytelling, it's visual. You know what I'm saying? It's all those avenues. So it's like I know that's something I'm definitely gonna get into once it's like I'm all said and done.
Word, man.
And acting.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hopefully I can get to that too. I don't know how much of a creative mind I got. But so yeah, so what was I gonna say? So how did are there any like upcoming projects you got? I know you had a little Brazzy freestyle that you just came out with. Yeah. Shout out Missy Elliott. She shouted you out, put a little fire emoji under
yeah.
Put a little fire under your
Shout out Missy, man. I love her.
So how was that like too? You know what I'm saying, having that?
It was amazing, cause like that's a beat that touched me since I was a kid. Like I remember just hearing that in the car being played. I remember watching the video, and it was just Missy Elliott videos. They always stuck out to me because they were just
different, yeah.
They were just she loved to dance and all that, and it was just weird. Like it was just weird, and I like that weird stuff. So like that beat was always a part of my life. And then I remember when I first started rapping, like that's something I wanted. That was one of the first few beats that I wanted to jump on and all that, but I just wasn't ready. Like I loved the beat, but the words just wasn't coming out. And when I wrote it, like it just felt right. Like I remember I listened to that beat again, and it just wrote itself. Like all the things I needed to say, I was able to say it on that. So it was fun doing that, and it was just fun like. Because showing my homies, because no one expected it. I remember just putting it in the group chat. I remember sending it to my boy Fu, who filmed it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, bro, what the fuck? What the hell is this, bro? And I was like, now, like, when I hear it, I don't even think of Missy. Like, I hear myself on that beat. You know what I'm saying?
Made it personalized, made it your own. That's what's up, man. But yeah, so is there any like upcoming projects that we should be on the lookout for, be ready for?
Ricky's dropping.
Ricky's dropping some stuff. Okay.
I got some verses on that.
Word.
I'm just working, man. Just visuals. You know, I'm just a lot of ideas.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not stopping from here. We just gonna keep going.
Yeah. You already know, man. How do you feel about our platform? I mean, you know, for us, we love to spread love, spread the culture, spread to the community.
It's dope. We need that. We need broadcasting just to like relive these moments. You know what I'm saying? Like in 10 years.
We're gonna look back at this.
You know what I'm saying? Looking back, like, yo, look how far we came.
Yeah.
And all that. And like, you never know, like tragedies and all that. Like, you need moments like this. You know what I'm saying? Just to relive and go back to, and just to inform people. Because the media is such a nasty game. You know what I'm saying? Media is so nasty.
I hate it.
You feel me?
I'm an interviewer and I hate it, dude.
So you need someone to express those truths for you and all that, and like just direct connection to the consumer and all that. So media is important. You know what I'm saying? We need that.
Yeah.
And for you guys to be doing it, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? The more, the merrier. You feel me? It's only gonna help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely do appreciate it, man. Word from the wise, man. But we're gonna end it right here, boss. All right. It was a pleasure, dude. You don't even understand, like, for real. Like, you're such a talented dude, a wise dude.
Thank you, bro.
And you know, I'm looking forward to what you got in store, man.
Appreciate
for real.
it, bro.
I'm looking forward to it. But make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys go. Please do. Tune into Luke Bars' music, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Tidal, all the above. You know the vibes, man. All right. Much love. Oh, also, turn on post notifications. You dig? We out of here. All right, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, hear these niggas talk, I don't fit in the chatter. I'ma keep up, but I think I'm Hazel in past life. My ego bit, it don't fit in my pants size. You can suck my dick if you stuck in your feelings. About time I talk my shit, I got a tantrum. They think that little good kid, I mean I once was. I still smack a little nigga if he talking tough shit. Nigga fat and bellies, I swear these nigga puppets. I be trying my best just not to expose shit. Every real nigga went to